people in other countries successful because they can think critically, they can work together in teams? I mean, aren't those the things that we're finding when we look at other countries that are more successful in education? Aren't those the things that we see are valuable? And yet we, for some very smart people in the government and in education are still saying they have to pass the test. I can't understand why that argument is getting any value, any weight, when in fact the things that we know are valuable, the things we know are important, aren't discussed and aren't put on the table, or if they are considered irrelevant.
I'm still actually stuck more than anything beyond the points or issues of class. On the one part of the film, if you go back, where they said that our world is being run by C+ students. And it's not that they're forgetting the framework and the livelihood that many of these people they put in big bold letters and bright lights grew up with, but it projected the wrong message, almost that not just that education was meaningless, but it's forgetting that it's projecting almost that all learning is pedagogical. It's forgetting that our learning and education is really as experiential as it is pedagogical. These names they put up in big bold letters of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates did not receive an education, but they learned from this experience out there in the world and not from what was taught to them by rote within our schools. And it's almost that in this film, it really pointed out the point to stress again that we're forgetting the role of the teachers in our schools. And in a sense, our school is beginning to lose its meaning. It made me really think back in Oakland. Not too far with the high school they had in East Oakland, Oakland Tech, is in West Oakland. High school, Climans High, where many of the members of my family actually graduated from. And I remember going back there to a street in the neighborhood right around the block where most of my cousins are from. And right after taking that KC SET exam, or taking the California STAR test, they would tell me that, you know what, we just filled in the bubbles. It doesn't mean anything. We just filled in the bubbles, completed the test, put on the bubble goose jacket and went right outside. Because we recognize and realize that, I mean, our children are much more intelligent than we believe they are. That they realize that this test and this education is not changing anything. They see and they grow up every day and see that the people coming and going through these schools for 12 years are staying on the same block that they're growing up with, and they have no confidence or belief that this school is going to change that. They firmly understand that this school is sending them nowhere fast. Education, I mean, I'm learning much more with spending these times with these kids. Education, and as a teacher, may not be able to change the financial circumstance of every child, but we can change the way that they feel inside. And I don't think we've forgotten that, but I believe in the process we've really forgotten the purpose of education in the first place. I mean, to close, just to see two things. One, that looking at this child in 3rd grade, 8 years old, the time between age 0 and 8, and this is a time in early childhood where we know cognitive development is a time they need to play. And the aim in K through 12 really should be something we should fundamentally rethink. What is the purpose of this schooling? Because we see in this neighborhood that over the hills in Danville and up the street in Berkeley and over in Lafayette, we have parents raising their children on baby Einstein and teaching them that honestly is fundamentally where they should be growing, while we have children down the street that clearly see that this school is not going to send them anywhere. And the school has this very chaotic circumstance we see in this film in one place, and it's completely lost its purpose somewhere else. I mean, I'll say this, and last thing, is that next time I see my children, they say that, I'm not going to tell them this block to these kids that know that test does have meaning, that this is really, there's something they should think about, rethink about. I'm going to tell them that they're right, it's wrong and it needs to be changed, and it's something we need to start thinking about, not just beginning with this film, but after tonight. So.
That really is the last word. Thank you so much.